around here in the Tampa area, right? Tampa?
Yeah. Tampa, Clearwater.
Right. And they've been playing some of the clubs here, Impulse and Masquerade, and most of the, I guess, the music clubs, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Mostly.
So, you know, you should get out and see them, like I said. How long have you guys been playing?
I don't know, 2 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
We've been playing together, me and Ralph, for like 2 years. But then we got Dudley, our lead singer, and Tommy over the summer. We met John last 2 years ago.
And what brought all you guys together?
I had beginning band in my freshman year, and John was kind of in there with me. And it was like, I don't know, he played drums. I was like, hey, you want to be in a band? And back then he didn't have anything. He had like a snare drum. So we didn't really get together until a year after that, as like Steve, me, and John. And then the following year, a couple years, just recently, we got Dudley and Tom.
Yeah. So how's the response been to, you know, basically a young band playing out? You know, how's the response the crowd been?
Well, it's a little hard because they're looking for an older band.
Right.
And they kind of, I don't know if they look down on us because we're a lower band, or, a younger band. But I don't know, we're getting pretty good response, I guess.
Yeah, I know, a lot of people really, I guess it's hard for them to appreciate somebody that's young, because a lot of people say, well, these guys haven't gone through the hard knocks like, I might have when I was in a band, or all these other bands that have been around a while, and I know that could be, kind of bad. But, so when you guys play, what's basically your lineup of music? Are you doing basically covers now, or are you doing originals, or?
We've got like a couple hours of covers, and now we're working on originals, more originals to put together, because we want to get in the studio and work on a 7-song, like a demo.
Demo? Wow.
Something that, at least just to bring us a following.
Right.
So start playing bigger places.
Yeah. What type of following do you have now? Do you have like a big fan following?
No, not yet. Hopefully sometime.
Well, the people at the Impulse like us, but it's like, a lot of people are kind of like, well, these guys are kind of young, we're not sure if they're going to be good. They're kind of like, they watch us to say, hey, it's going to be a good laugh.
Right.
But as the night goes on, they're, hey, these guys are good,
Right, kind of have to prove yourself.
Yeah, right on third set.
Yeah, so how would you describe your music?
Our originals?
Yeah, most of the stuff you're doing.
I don't know.
No, it's kind of
different sound. It's not like, nothing you can categorize, really.
I don't know, I'd say like a cult with keyboards.
Cult with keyboards? Early cult with keyboards. Is that?
Chords, maybe, I don't know.
Are those some of your influences?
Yeah.
Cult and
Cure.
Cure, yeah, it seems like everybody's influenced by the Cure. Every band you talk to. Yeah, they are. So I heard you guys went to see U2 last week. What did you think of the show?
Good show. Good sound.
Yeah.
They had good sound, man.
Yeah, I think like someday you might be up there on that stage.
Hopefully.
Yeah, doing the big.
Do it.
Yeah, doing the big stadium tour like that.
Maybe.
So.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, of course, and you got a long ways to go now. Just don't think like, well, we're going to play a couple of months and that'll be it, because hopefully you have a, big future ahead of you. Now, I know you asked me to ask the other guy in the band this, but I'm going to ask you, maybe you'll know, who came up with the name Cathedral Swing, and where did it come from?
Our lead guitarist came up with it. I don't know really how he came up with it. I have really no idea. Maybe
he stole it.
He's probably in like a church or something.
He did, man. He stole it.
He's probably in a church, and it's like.
I hope these guys don't have the station in California, but this band called New Personality moved.
Yeah, I've got good friends with those guys.
And they, I guess, one of our guitarist friends heard it from them, and he wanted to use it for his band. But our guitarist got it and used it for ours.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I heard it, and the first time I heard you guys were going to play, I heard the name mentioned, and I said, man, that's a great name. I wondered where you guys had got it from. Oh, it's just a person. I wondered where you had gotten it from. And I said, wow, that's a great name, especially for a young band like that, because most people come up with, kind of unorthodox names. They're just like, well, we're here. Let's, for example, for example, there's a band that's going to be playing. I think they're going to, this industrial band, I think they're going to be playing the Impulse soon. And I think one of the guys there would ask them, well, what's your name of your band? They go, the Boxmen. They just thought of something real quick out of the air. Which is, if you come up with something that quick, great. But I think it's kind of better if you kind of, put something together like that.
You gotta have something that's going to stick.
We've been through like 20 name changes started.
Well, if you get a name that you're not going to stick with, then people aren't going to know what you are.
Right,
You change names every time.
Yeah, because I know a lot of bands do that every week. They're playing under a different name, and it, how can you associate, the band with, the faces and everything like that without a name, So, well, what do you guys think of the Tampa new music scene?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting up a little bit, but It's
Yeah.
still not really like real major.
Yeah.
It's kind of, there are a couple of clubs that'll accept bands like us.
Yeah. Have you had trouble getting into a lot of these clubs around here playing?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Yeah, because I know, a lot of clubs figure that, well, if we've got somebody that's like young of age or like that, we don't know if we can let them in,
Yeah.
because of the restrictions with the alcohol and stuff like that. I didn't think it would be a problem. And of course, being a young band, I know I keep harping on this a lot. A lot of people, like we've said before, kind of reiterate a little bit. They're not really sure, if you guys can cut the mustard, which is, in a way, it's kind of bad because, if young bands start out, I think every bar or every bar owner, anybody that has a club or anything, should always give a young band a chance.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to prosper.
So give us a shot.
That's right. Yeah. If you're out there watching and you're a bar owner or club owner or someone like that, and you've got a place to play and you'd like a band to play, give these guys a call. We'll have information near the end of the show, and we can put up a number where you can get in touch with their manager, who's going to be on the last segment there. I just lost my microphone. And he'll be able to give you information where you can get in touch with them if you need, like I said, if you need them to play, or if you're a production manager and you want to, do a video for a band. Here's the guys right here, Yeah, tell me about this video you guys have put together.
You ever see like these major bands that like?
It's going to give you a little bit of credibility because you can take that somewhere, even if you do a 7-song demo and like a major record company should call you up and say, well, hey, we need something to go along with the songs, because a lot of record companies are like, well, video, I guess, is the way to go today, and you'll have something to show them. Yeah. So you shouldn't be ashamed of that fact,
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go see some more video. We're going to come back and talk to the band a little bit more. We're going to have a few more of the band members come on, and we're going to give away later on in the show a Cabaret Voltaire album and also some tickets to a movie here in Tampa. So stick around, keep watching. Right now, here's The Age of Chance.
This is Tom, play guitar.
Dudley, I sing.
John, I play drums.
Right. And before we go on anymore with the interview, we got a PSA we're going to like one of the guys from the band to read, if you would there, of course.
I'd love to. Coming up on Saturday, December 19th at 11 a.m., there will be a special screening of Pinocchio and the Emperor of the Night. It'll be at the Imperial Cinema on South Florida Avenue in Lakeland. All it costs to see it is a new or nearly new toy. It's for the Marine Corps' Reserve Toys for Tots campaign in Polk County. Please pick up your ticket in advance. You can pick up your ticket by dropping off your toy donations to the WTMV studio. The studio address is 4332 South Florida Avenue in Lakeland. Business hours are 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and weekdays, Monday to Friday. The most valuable donation was a $300 gift certificate at My Jewelry Store at 3941 West Kennedy in Tampa. Remember, My Jewelry Store is your jewelry store.
Let's give him a hand for that. Yeah, I think he's going to be doing our voiceovers for us on our commercials now. All right, so we talked with the guys earlier about how the band got together. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the name, because he didn't really go into it too much, and he said you really kind of had the inside story.
Well,
about the
actually,
Cathedral Swing
I was in another band for about 2 years, and we were going to change our name to Cathedral Swing, whatever it is. And we didn't ever do that, and then I guess when I quit or broke up or whatever happened, we came over here and they were looking for a new name, so I said, what about Cathedral Swing? And everyone liked it, so that's how it stuck.
Yeah, it's a good name, like I was saying, first time I heard it there in the club, I was like, wow, what a
It's catchy
great
because
name.
people like go, what's the name? And then you're like, it's Cathedral Swing, so that it sticks,
Right, right.
Yeah.
Now, and I know he was, one of the other guys in the band was saying then, you had a chance, the first time I think you played at the Impulse, and you played across from the Matchstock Man, right?
Yeah.
And did you open for them or play at the same time, or what was the deal with that?
We opened first, and then they kind of played. They
It was
played
like a trade-off deal. They played a set, well, we played a set, and they played a set.
Yeah. So how did that go? How did it go?
It went better than I thought it was going to. I guess they scheduled 2 bands for one night or something.
Uh-huh. And you started, what, probably like about 10:30. So I guess you were kind of like sitting out there looking at, see how many people were going to be in there, right?
The crowd was kind of looking this way.
Yeah, and then they went, whoa, who is that on stage? So now, how did you come about becoming the lead singer?
Oh, I answered an article in the youth magazine.
Uh-huh.
And I called Ralph up. I said, do you need a singer? He said, oh yeah, do you know a guitar player? I said, what a jerk. I didn't call him back for like 5 days.
Uh-huh.
I need something to do, so I called him back. he said, come over next Saturday, so I went over and I auditioned, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I guess it went pretty well.
Pretty well, yeah. You know, yeah, because first time I heard you sing, and I swear you're going to kill me when I say this, and I looked over and said, wait a minute, is that guy black singing over there? Because, I mean, you got that good distinctive voice that fits really well. It could be like a crossover sound, you know. Were they surprised when you came over and, like, here they are putting together, like, a new music band, and they see a black face coming in there?
Yeah, I told Ralph that I was black. He goes, it's okay, music is international or something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I just went over there.
Yeah, because that seems to be like a big thing with the new music scene. You know, not many, like we have a lot of people that call up here on the show, and there's not many blacks in the new music as far as the people that listen to it are the bands themselves. You know, and I mean I wish there was more, but we don't have that much more. But I think that does a lot when you have somebody there that's lead front singer, that's a minority person, and it shows other people, hey, you know. These guys can do it, you know. They don't have to fit this one genre, you know. They can have anybody up there, you know. So now, the quiet guy over here. How did you come about getting in the band?
I was in beginning band at school, and Ralph was in my class, and he just kind of saw me on drums, and I wasn't really good at the time. I'm not still that good, but he saw me, and he's like, "Well, you want to be in a band?" And I go, "Yeah, sure." And so they came over to my garage one Saturday afternoon, and we had a little tiny PA system, and we just ran through that, and I had one snare drum, a bass, and a ride cymbal for a crash, and that was it. So it was kind of lame at first, but then as we went on, we added people, and we got a lot more instruments and bigger PA.
Right. Now, as a drummer, who are some of your influences?
Echo and the Bunnymen and The Cure.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
Well, how about drummers, as far as drummers themselves? Do you have any favorites?
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart. You like Neil Peart? Yeah, Neil Peart's a great drummer. He doesn't have to be a new music drummer. He's a great drummer, yeah. Because I know, there's my microphone again. I know you're mentioning Echo and the Bunnymen. I know Pete DeFreitas is a very good drummer. Yeah, like we were talking during the break at some where I had seen them last year, and DeFreitas was with them. Blair Cunningham, who used to play with Haircut 100, was with him, and he's very good. He's with the Pretenders now, you know. But he's one hell of a drummer. Who are some of your singing influences?
I don't know. I don't go back that far. I like Brian Ferry.
Yeah.
And David Bowie's lyrics. And I like Bono a little bit, but his messages, I don't know, they're too literal.
Too literal, yeah. I was talking with somebody last week, and I know you guys had said you go into the U2 show, and we were saying how now, where we feel personally amongst ourselves, that Bono's kind of gotten a little bit, ahead of himself now, where it's like, my message is the most important thing in the world, and I think Bono's going to probably have to come down off that pedestal a little bit, kind of come back down to earth. So how about some of your influences?
When I first started out, I was listening to Quiet Riot and Def Leppard and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, about 9th or 10th grade, I guess I woke up and started playing.
Just woke up.
Started playing this stuff, so, I don't know, just new music in general, anything that's tasty, I like.
Yeah. How about some personal players?
Andy Taylor, I like him.
Like Andy, yeah. You like Andy before he was in Duran, or his solo stuff?
When he was in Duran.
When he was in Duran, yeah. Because it was funny, I know, I think Andy never really progressed as a guitarist until after he got out of the band, because that's when he really, became a great rock and roll guitarist, because I think in Duran he was kind of holding back a little bit, So what do you guys expect from the future here in Tampa, playing out in the bars, or expect, to get, from this area?
Maybe, just to get a following, a little bit of a following going. Move on and start playing other places. Try to get a following there. Just, try to please as many people as we can.
Yeah. I know one of the guys said that you're going to go into the studio sometime soon. Is that planned, or is just something in the works that you'd like to plan for the future?
We'd like to. We were in the studio last week or two ago, and we made one of our songs, one of our originals, and we're just gonna go around with that and see what people think about it.
The funds are a little bit low right now. So
Right.
As we get some more money.
Are you gonna try to? Now I know you're probably taking that around to the clubs. Are you gonna try to peddle it to maybe any record companies or anything like that?
We might. It's a possibility, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe do something better probably than what we just did.
Right.
And then send that.
Now, have you played anywhere outside of the Tampa area yet? I mean, like, say, Orlando, Miami, or any other places like that?
We're working on something for Orlando for over the holidays. Try to get something up on Park Avenue or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's supposed to be a good scene coming up there. Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully you guys will get out and, you know, see these guys play. I think you played, what, a couple of weeks ago at the Impulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did really well there. So if you get get out to the Impulse, see these guys play. And when's the next date you're playing, if I might ask? Around the first of the year. Okay, yeah, around the first of the year, probably Masquerade, Impulse, the two bars there. Yeah, and hopefully maybe you'll be able to get out to St. Pete, because they've got a couple of clubs there, you know. I remember a couple of years ago, the club scene had started really to moving again. I mean, it's gotten back. It had gotten dead for a while. Places like Act 4 were the only place to play, and God, if you go back to like '82, there were places like Miss Lucky's and all these other pseudo new wave bars and stuff like that, which are really good, you know. But I'm glad that there are places to play now, and they're giving bands like you guys a chance to play, you know, which is really good. So, you know, and like I said, St. Pete's got a couple of places, especially if you do Orlando, you know, you can get some acts going up that way, you know. So, all right, well, we're going to go take a break and come back, and before we go, we're going to give away a Cabaret Voltaire album, and I'd like one of the guys to read the giveaway. If one of you guys would like to read it. You know, you did the PSA, so one of you guys want to read the giveaway. Okay.
Okay. You've seen the Cabaret Voltaire video, Here to Go, here on B32. Here's your chance to win the new Cabaret Voltaire album. Code. That's COD. E. Compliments of EMI Records and B32.
All right. All you have to do is be the first caller on any one of our lines. 1-800-V32-WTMV, which is our toll-free number, or 646-3288. And no trivia question this time. Just call up, be the first caller, because really, I can't think of one right now. So just call up, be the first caller. Huh?
We'll think of one for you.
Okay, okay. Well, you better think of one right now before before we go to the break. You got one you want to think of? Yeah, okay. Cathedral Swinging, there you go. Who's the lead? That's right. Tell me who is the lead singer for Cathedral Swinging. You'll get a copy of Cabaret Voltaire's Code in the mail sometime next week, or just be the first caller. We're going to go see some more video, and we're going to come back with the band in a couple of minutes. We'll have them all on, talk with the manager, and just give you a roundup of the whole thing. So stick around and keep watching. Our winner was from Tampa, and she's going to be getting that copy of Code in the mail next week. And these guys were gracious enough to read the giveaway for us. C-O-D-E Code. So hopefully you'll enjoy that album. We're joined now with their manager, if he'd like to introduce himself.
Joe Martin.
Yeah, Joe's going to tell us a little bit about what are some of your duties that you've been doing with the band, or what
My main responsibilities are promoting the band, getting out, talking to club owners, anyone in the area that might be interested in having our band, private parties. We're going to play a private party tonight at the Sheridan Sand Key in Clearwater.
It's not private anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not private anymore. Everybody in Lakeland knows it.
And,
so, girls, if, you know, here you go, you know where they're at.
Yeah.
So,
I'm telling Lisa, Tom.
Basically, I kind of keep everybody together, keep the personalities from fighting, and try to give the leadership that you know, we need in the direction, and of course, spend a few bucks once in a while for equipment.
Yeah.
This is our president rig.
So what are you planning for the future, man? Have you got anything planned where you're going to be playing?
We'd like to get a 7-song set out, much like Parade did, and see how that goes. There again, we're working on a video, and I believe we're going to have that in the works in the next month or two, and we'd like to get that. And we'd like to also branch out, play around, go to Miami, Orlando again, maybe hit some of the campuses, FSU, see about the Gators, see what they have.
Gainesville, yeah.
Gainesville.
Harvard.
Right, Harvard.
Yale.
Following David Kennedy's lead. Okay.
You know, our master plan is basically promote the group and present a business image. I think a lot of people get scared away from managers of groups or agents of groups. They like to deal directly with the group, but well, I just like to keep these guys thinking about their music and let me worry about the business end of it.
We don't get jerked around either.
Yeah.
When it happens, you know.
Yeah. Good.
So many times, you know, bands will get stiffed, so to speak, with
Manager skimming off the top.
you know, they give you $500 and you walk away with, you know,
There's 5 of us, there's only
Right.
him.
Yeah. He'll work you over if you take the money. Well, that's good, you know, because you need somebody that does like that to watch basically, you know, what the band needs, take care of their needs, let them play, you know, like you say, and stuff like that. So, well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. And do you have any last words you'd like to say before you all go?
If they're interested in hiring us, they can call 535-7627 and just ask for Joe Martin.
All right, you heard that. Anybody that's interested in the area, if you've got a club, you're a club owner, or a party, or any such event that you've got going on, you want these guys to play, get in contact with Joe Martin. And we'll have that number. He'll leave it for us. If you need to get in contact with us the rest of the show or any time in the near future, we'll have the number here. You can have these guys playing at your party.
We're worth it.
All right. So anything, like I said, anything you guys want to leave with any closing statements?
Come check us out.
All right. Check out that private party tonight, too, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want to thank Cathedral Swing for being with us. Stick around. Next hour, we've got some American garage bands we don't really get to hear a lot of, and we're going to be playing some of that next hour. So stick around. Keep watching. Thanks a lot for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right. We'll be back.